This is Jeopardy! My third game of it for my season of Jeopardy games on the Nintendo Wii. And
this
so far
is Jeopardy!
My 2-day total is $51,800. I would love to add to that.
Please welcome today's contestant. Player 1, Player 2, Player 3, and now, here is the host of Jeopardy, Alex Trebek.
Thank you, Johnny. Hi, everyone. Good luck. Let's start the Jeopardy round.
The easier round of play.
Clues are worth $200
one
to
daily double.
$1,000
And today, we have these categories.
Fresh.
INT quotation
TV
marks.
nostalgia. Classical composers. What planet are you from? Fish and chips. And where's that?
INT Fresh for 200.
Player 1. Cue or die. Let's hear it, Player 1. Use the Wii remote or press the corresponding direction on the plus control pad. That's right. Way to go.
INT Fresh for
Select
400.
Again. A thin piece of rigid material to maintain a body part in a fixed position. Okay, Player 1.
What is Splint?
Yes.
INT Fresh
Choose
600.
again, Player 1. A short race at full speed.
What is a sprint?
It's Player 1. Correct.
Same
You get to
category
pick
for
again,
8.
Player 1. 5-letter word for gleaming brightness or luster. Yes, Player 1.
What is glint?
Right.
Yes. Okay, and let's finish it up.
Player 1. Pick again. To look with the eyes partly closed.
What is squint?
Player 1. That's it.
Plowed right through that
Please
category.
pick again, Player 1.
Let's go TV Nostalgia 200.
In an animated 1987 TV special, this space-age family traveled back in time to meet the Flintstones.
Who are the Jetsons?
Let's hear it, Player 1. You got it.
Meet George Jetson.
Player
TV
1.
Nostalgia
You pick
400.
in the pilot for this 60s sitcom, Jed and Jethro first meet Mr. Drysdale when he comes to get them out of jail. Yes, Player 1.
What is the Beverly Hillbillies?
Good for you.
TV Nostalgia for 6.
Player 1. Back. The 1973 TV season gave us Richard Roundtree as this super cool private eye he'd played on film. Okay, Player 1.
Who is Shaft?
Right you are.
TV Nostalgia for 8.
Player 1. Back. According to his theme song, Mr. This will never speak unless he has something to say.
Who is Mr. Ed?
It's Player 1. That's correct.
TV Nostalgia for 1,000.
You again, Player 1. In the 50s, this movie Tarzan was still hanging out with a chimp, but he wore more than a loincloth as TV's Jungle Jim. Okay.
Oh, I didn't get in? Who's Johnny
That is correct.
Yeah. Katie got it.
You get to pick again,
I
Player
got
2.
in, but apparently I didn't.
It has seasonal weather patterns and iron-rich minerals in the soil, giving it a distinct red color.
What is Mars?
It's Player 1. You are correct.
What planet are you
We
from?
return to you,
400.
Player 1. Greater in mass than all the other planets combined. It's surrounded by dozens of moons.
Samuel?
Let's hear it, Player 3.
What is Jupiter?
Yes.
Right.
Player 3. You pick again, please.
Classical composers for 200.
In 1762, this 6-year-old and his sister performed for Empress Maria Teresa. Yes, Player 1.
Who is Salieri? Or actually, no, who is Mozart?
Good.
Good thing I changed my answer. On the real show, they
Player
would have
1.
to accept my
Back to
first
you.
one. Planet for 600.
It's the smallest and densest of the outer gas giants and has an appropriate name, as it has a watery interior. The correct response is Neptune.
Composers for 400.
Player 1, pick again. For several years, his friend Carl Amenda was one of the few people who knew about his increasing deafness. Player 1.
Who's Beethoven?
Nice. Player
Composers
1.
for 6.
During his lifetime, Johann Sebastian Bach was best known as a master of this instrument. Yes, Player 1.
Is the organ?
Good.
Classical composers for 800.
Please pick again.
Answer, Daily Double.
Yeah. Answer, the Daily Double. You are in first place. How much?
Or is 2200.
Here is your Daily Double clue. He composed the Four Seasons in 1723.
Who is Antonio Vivaldi?
Congratulations, you're still in
Alright, I'll
first.
take it
Player
to
1.
8600. And let's
Choose
finish the
again,
category.
Player 1. On March 3rd, 1875, his Carmen premiered in Paris, and he was decorated with the French Legion of Honor.
Samuel.
Player 3,
Who is Bizet?
that is correct.
Right. And you're in second place now with 1400. And
Select
you
again.
Fish and chips for 200.
The moray variety of this fish is sharp-toothed and can be vicious if provoked. Okay, Player 1.
What is the eel?
Correct. You again, Player
Planet
1.
800?
Its mean distance from the Sun is only about 36 million miles.
What is Mercury?
It's Player 1. Yeah! Right.
And let's finish up the category.
Player 1. Bands of debris and ice surround it, as do its satellites, including Titan.
Katie.
Let's hear it. Player 2.
What is Saturn?
That's correct.
Right. Doubled your score to $2,000 and it's your selection.
Player 2. Pick again.
Fish and chips for 4.
The ability of the members of the family Exocetidae to get airborne earned them this two-word name. Okay, Player 1.
What is flying fish?
Good.
Even 10 grand. Fish and chips for
Please
6.
pick again, Player 1. Let's go to the clue crew for this next clue.
On this man's first voyage, brothers Martin and Vicente Pinzon commanded the Nina and Pinta.
It's Player 1.
Who is Columbus?
Hey, you're right.
Fish and
Choose
chips
again,
for
Player 1.
800.
Small freshwater fish of the family Pterophyllum are known by this heavenly name. Yes, Player 1.
What is an angelfish?
Yes. You again, Player 1. Built in 1816, the first private yacht to cross the Atlantic shared its name with the barge of this queen.
Samuel.
Player 3.
Who's Cleopatra?
That's it.
Right, you're in second place again. You've got 2,400 and we have one
return
category
to you,
left.
Player 3. Upon its 1914 completion, this shortened a ship's voyage between New York City and San Francisco by about 8,000 miles. Here's the correct response. The Panama Canal.
Panama Canal was what we needed.
Select again.
400.
Looking like it's going to get the boot and covering nearly 10,000 square miles, it's the largest island in the Mediterranean. Let's hear it,
What
Player
is
1.
Sicily?
Yep.
Let's go to the bottom for 1,000.
You get to pick again, Player 1. Take me to your lemur. This island country lies about 240 miles east of the African mainland.
What is Madagascar?
Player 1. You are correct.
600.
Player 1. Back. Portland, Salem, and Eugene are the largest cities in this state.
What is Oregon?
It's Player 1. Yeah! Hey, you're right.
And last one for 800.
And we'll wrap up the board with this clue. Wellington is its capital. Let's hear it, Player 1.
What is New Zealand?
Yes.
Right. So I finished the Jeopardy round with 14,200. Samuel's in second place.
We'll select first in the double Jeopardy round, as we always do.
$2,000. So Katie will select first in double Jeopardy.
Clues are worth $400 to $2,000 in these
And the categories are:
This is Your Life, Abe Lincoln, Theater Around the World, Playing Possum, From the Latin, Movie Folk, and States of the Union.
All right, Katie, where do you want to go
Let's get back
first?
into this now. You have control of the board. Here's Kelly.
This state's flag featuring the Big Dipper was designed by a 13-year-old Aleut boy.
Yes, player one.
Was Alaska?
Yes.
States of the Union for 800.
Player one, back. With a population of about 120,000, Columbia is this state's most populous city. Here's what we wanted. South Carolina.
South Carolina. States of the Union
Choose again,
for
player
1,200.
one. Mississippi and it have the shortest coasts on the Gulf of Mexico, only about 50 miles apiece.
Samuel?
Okay, player three.
Was Alabama?
Good.
You're right. You select.
Please pick again, player three.
States of the Union for 16.
This state has the highest average altitude of any state east of the Mississippi. Must be pretty mountainous.
Samuel
Let's hear
again.
it, player three.
Was West Virginia?
Yeah.
Right. You're up to
Player
5,200.
three. Pick again.
States of the Union for 2,000.
Tears were shed when the Teddy Bear Museum in Naples in this state closed its doors forever in 2005.
What is Florida?
Player one. You got it.
Theater
Player
around the
one,
world for
back
4.
to you. The musical Les Mis didn't debut on Broadway, but in this city, its setting. Okay, player one.
What is Paris?
Right.
Theater around the world for 800.
You get to pick again. He directed a landmark Chinese production of his play Death of a Salesman at the People's Art Theater in Beijing.
Who is Arthur Miller?
Yes, player one. That's right, way to go.
Theater around the world for 12.
Select again. A Dutch TV reality show picked the muscular swinger for the European run of this Disney musical. It's player one.
What is Tarzan?
Good.
Theater around the world for
We
1,600.
return to you, player one. There's a method behind his founding of the Moscow Art Theater with Nemirovich Danchenko.
Samuel.
Okay, player three.
Who is Stanislavski? That's right. That's 6,800.
You again, player three.
Theater around the world for 2,000.
Let's get Kelly's assistance on this clue.
Performers in this traditional Japanese art of singing and dancing wear elaborate stylized makeup.
It's player one.
What is Kabuki?
Correct.
I'm at $21,000.
Player one. You pick again, please.
Okay, from the Latin for 4.
This type of sphere with a map of the Earth depicted on it has a name from the Latin for sphere. Yes, player one.
What is a globe?
That's correct.
From the Latin
Player
for
one.
800.
Back. This kind of book is quite handy. Its name comes from the Latin for hand.
Samuel?
Let's hear it, player three.
What is a manual?
That's
right.
correct.
It's 7,600. Go again.
You again, player three.
The Latin for 12.
And here's Kelly.
A non-structural embellishment at the end of a calligraphic letter is called one of these, from the Latin for flower.
Here's what we were looking for. Flourish.
Flourish.
Player three. You pick again, please.
Abe Lincoln for 4.
In 1870, Congress granted her an annual pension of $3,000. Call her Sugar Mama or simply your wife. Here's
Katie?
player two.
Who is Mary Lincoln? Right.
Player two. Pick again.
Abe Lincoln for 800.
You said of this general, I can't spare this man, he fights. He sure seems to be enjoying the green room. It's
Katie?
It's player 2. Right.
This is a Grant. Right.
Please pick again. Player 2.
What's your life, Abe Lincoln?
In 1860, he got 12 electoral votes, but you got the job. Feel free to debate. Yes, player 3.
Who's Stephen
That
Douglas?
is correct.
Yes. You go up to 8,800.
Choose again. Player 3.
What's your life, Abe Lincoln for 16.
You said if this general is not using the army, I should like to borrow it for a while. Say hello to... Okay,
Samuel.
player 3.
George
Right you are.
10,004.
Player 3, back to you.
Finishing up the category.
Secretary of War for Franklin Pierce. Some called him Mr. President, though certainly not you. Say hello to...
Katie.
Let's hear it. Player 2. Right.
We'll say hello to Jefferson Davis. 5,200 for you,
We
Katie.
return to you, player 2.
Possum for 4.
Like wombats and bandicoots, possums are members of this group of about 270 species. Player 1.
What are marsupials?
Good. Select again.
Louis Folk for 4.
Rejected by USC Film School, this S in DreamWorks SKG now sits on the film school's board of counselors. Let's hear it, player 1.
Who is Steven Spielberg?
Good for you.
Louis Folk for 800.
Player
please.
1, back to Jerry Maguire was originally written for Tom, not Cruise, but him. Player 1.
Who is Tom Selleck? Oh, that's my first miss.
Anyone else?
That's all right, though.
Here's the response we were looking for. Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks. Okay.
You get to pick again, player 1. He majored in journalism at Fordham before playing a newspaper reporter in the Pelican Brief.
Samuel.
Okay, player 3.
Who is Denzel Washington? Right. 11,006.
Player 3. You pick again,
Folk for
please.
1,600.
This actor got his name by giving his mom a fetal kick while she viewed a Da Vinci work. Yes, player 1.
Who is Leonardo DiCaprio?
That's right. Way to go.
Okay, and Louis Folk for 2,000.
Player 1.
Answer there. A daily double.
Answer. The first of the 2 daily doubles.
Only get a risk of
And you have the
$2,000.
lead. As ever you wish.
Answer.
This. To get orc war screams for The Lord of the Rings, this director put phonetic yells on a scoreboard for 25,000 cricket fans.
Who is Peter Jackson?
That puts you even further ahead.
Okay.
You again, player
Latin for
1.
16.
The name of this fin on a shark's back comes from the Latin for back. It's
Katie.
player 2.
What is dorsal? Right.
Correct.
1,600. You
Player
select.
2. Back to you
Latin
for
for
our
2,000.
next selection. Texas A&M's Coastal Engineering Lab studies the coastal type of this, from the Latin for to gnaw.
Katie.
Player 2.
What is erosion?
Yep.
Right. You're up to
Please pick
8,800.
again. Player 2.
Possum for 800.
Chuck Berry knows this sweet little number of days is the typical gestation period of a possum.
What is 16?
Okay, player 1. Good.
2,000.
Select again.
Possum.
The flying possum doesn't fly. Well-developed flaps of skin along its flanks have it known by this 6-letter term.
Katie.
It's player 2.
What is glider?
That is
Right. 10,800. Only $800.
We
away
return
from
to
second
you,
place.
player 2.
Possum for 12. Answer there. The other daily double.
And
One clue left after
the
this, so
second
last
level.
chance to make a
Player
move.
2. You're in last place.
1450.
What'll it be?
Alright.
Okay, here is the
Well,
clue.
you're really the
Stick
second
to
place
it. In
if you're right,
1948, this Walt Kelly possum hit the funny pages.
Who is Pogo?
You are now
You're right.
in
You're up to
second.
12,250, and we
We'll
have
wrap up
one
the
clue
board
left
with
to deal with.
this clue. Australia and New Guinea are home to the 5 species of this type of possum that may weigh as little as a quarter of an ounce. We're talking about the pigmy possum.
Pygmy possum. Alright, that does it for Double Jeopardy. Katie is 12,250. Samuel,
Here comes the
11,006.
final
And
Jeopardy
$25,000. It is a runaway.
Word history.
Word history is our category for Final
You
Jeopardy.
need to select your wager.
And I actually have 25,800, pardon me. But nonetheless, this is a runaway. I don't have to risk a thing, so... It's exactly what my wager is going to be.
Each
0.
direction on the plus control pad represents a different
So right or
response.
wrong, I'm still going to win it.
Press a direction to select
Now,
an answer.
let's
This
take a
is
look
good
at today's
category.
Final Jeopardy
Here's
answer.
the clue for you. This term for a deadly substance may derive from the name of a love goddess.
What is venom? So there's going to be a 4th game regardless of what happens here. Samuel, we'll
Did you
start
come up
with
with the
you.
correct response?
Your Final Jeopardy response was, what is venom?
And that correct response
You are
will
right.
add...
And you are going to add $655. You go to 12,255. And Katie,
Let's see
let's
your
see what you
response.
put down. You also said venom. How much will
How
you
much
add?
will you add to your total with that correct response?
You're going to add 5,950. That'll take you up to 18,200.
What did you put as your response?
And I also said venom. So we all got Final Jeopardy correct.
And this correct response
I, however,
will
did
add
not
how
risk
much
a
to your
thing.
score?
So I stay at 25,800, but I could care less because I've won again.
This makes you our new champion, Player 1. So congratulations.
And that brings my 3-day total to
Good game, everyone. And thank you so much for
$77,600.
playing.
And we'll see you next time on Jeopardy. Bye-bye, everyone.